Hello to all my followers, I am Azin Zahedi and this video is a great tutorial on mapping which I talked a lot about in the Ableton video. This video is very educational, cool and family friendly for singles who are going to become couples in the future and for married couples like Orange and me who are open to electronic communication which sets a bright path for the future to maintain their common life. So we are going to talk about the full professional yet beginner-friendly explanation of mapping in Ableton Live. 1. What is mapping? Mapping is the process of assigning a physical control like a knob, fader, button, or computer key to a parameter in your DAW, such as volume, filter, cutoff, or effect on and off, to control parameters faster, more intuitively, and more musically without relying on your mouse. And human analogy. Mapping is about connection, just like in life. It's the link between intention and result. A kind word can make someone smile. A fader can brighten a sound. In both cases, one action and one reaction. 2. Is mapping only in Ableton? No. Most major DAWs, FL Studio, Logic Pro, Cubase, etc. support mapping. However, Ableton Live is known for its fast, flexible, and performance-ready mapping system. Analogy. Like people, DAWs have personalities. Some are elegant, some spontaneous, some quirky. Ableton's quick vibe makes mapping feel like second nature. 3. Types of mapping in Ableton Live. A. Key mapping. Control K. Uses your computer keyboard to trigger parameter. Example. Assign the Q key to the play button. Analogy. Like long-distance communication, not physical but still connected. B. MIDI mapping. Control M. Uses a MIDI controller's knob, fader, or button to control parameters. Example. Turn a physical knob to adjust reverb, dry, wet. C. Macro mapping. Inside racks. Maps multiple parameters to one macro knob. Ideal for live performance or advanced sound design. Analogy. Like parenting. Adjust one thing, 5 things respond. Four. How to map in Ableton Live. Key mapping. Press Ctrl K. Click a parameter AG stop. Press a key AG D. Press Ctrl K again. MIDI mapping. Press Ctrl M. Click a parameter AG filter cutoff. Move a knob or fader. Press Ctrl M again. Macro mapping. Create an instrument or FX rack. Click map near the macro knobs. Select parameters and assign them. Done. One knob controls multiple effects. 5. Why is mapping useful? In case live performance, hands-on control, no need to use mouse. In case music production, more freedom, faster workflow. In case automation, natural, expressive movement. In case mixing, precise control of volume, EQ effects. In case of emotional awareness, one tiny change equals big emotional impact. In case any setup turns your DAW into an instrument. Life analogy. Mapping is like emotional fluency. A small gesture can shift the mood, just like a mapped knob can shift the sound. 6. Pro tips about mapping. Use the mapping browser left side while in map mode to set minimum or maximum values. One macro can control many parameters. With Max for Live, you can create conditional mappings. Mappings are saved with your project or rack presets. To unmap, go into mapping mode and press delete. Life tip. Sometimes in life and in music, you outgrow an old control. Don't be afraid to unmap and remap for growth. 7. Common questions. Can I use mapping without a MIDI controller? Yes, use key mapping. It's fast and free. Are mappings saved with the project? Yes, including macros. Can I map two knobs to the same parameter? Not directly, unless using Max for Live. Do I need expensive gear? No. In life and music, your intention matters more than your tools. 8. Easy analogies to understand mapping. TV remote analogy. MIDI controller equal remote. Knob equal volume button. DAW equal TV. Assigning a knob to reverb equal assigning a remote button to control the channel. Simple, logical, personal. Light switch analogy. Each wall switch controls a different light. You decide which one does what. Just like Ableton mapping, custom, intuitive, and direct. Sometimes flipping a switch reignites an old feeling. 9. Pads and knobs and the key and MIDI mapping. Pads equal emotional triggers. Fast, loud, dramatic. Knobs and faders, thoughtful control. Smooth, evolving, layered. Mastering both equal emotional intelligence. You know when to slam a pad and when to gently turn a knob. Key mapping, computer keyboard. For on and off actions, toggle effects, bunch clips, mute tracks, binary. On or off, no in between. Example, map X to toggle autofilter on and off. Why? Your keyboard sends simple on and off signals, not continuous data. MIDI mapping, controller knobs and faders. For continuous control, volume, panning, filter, sweeps, etc. Feels like a volume knob. 0% to 100%. Smooth transitions. Example, map a knob to sweep filter cutoff. For summary, feature key mapping and MIDI mapping. Type of data in key mapping is on and off binary, but is in MIDI mapping continuous 0 to 127 range. Key mapping is best for triggers, toggling, and MIDI mapping is best for adjusting, blending. Key mapping, example, X toggles filter on and off. MIDI mapping, example, knob sweeps filter cutoff. Key mapping feel like a light switch and MIDI mapping feel like a smooth dimmer knob. Creative tip. Key mapping equal saying yes or no. MIDI mapping equal expressing how much, how fast, how intense. 10. Bonus analogy. Mapping and relationships. Mapping in music and relationships both center around intentional connection. Let's explore the parallels. Defining the controls. In Ableton, you choose which knob controls what. In relationships, you define gesture and roles. A smile equal comfort. A touch equal support. Takeaway. Be explicit about your controls. Communicate what matters. Minimum or maximum values and boundaries. Ableton. Set sensible ranges to avoid chaos. Life. Know your emotional limits. Takeaway. Respect each other's ranges. Don't push past the threshold. Automation versus real-time input. Ableton. Record automation versus live tweaking. Relationships. Scheduled rituals versus spontaneous affection. Takeaway. Balance habit with heartfelt surprises. Unmapping and remapping. Ableton. Reassign controls as your song grows. Life. Reassess behaviors as people evolve. Takeaway. Check your maps. Adjust, improve. Conditional mapping and emotional context. Ableton. Trigger mappings under specific conditions. Life. Act differently depending on the situation. Takeaway. Learn to read the room. Adapt to emotional states. And the shared performance. Ableton. You and your controller perform together. Relationships. Two individuals co-create meaning. Final tip. Listen, respond, and fine-tune the connection. The best performances and the best relationships come from presence, care, and mutual understanding. Final summary. Mapping isn't just a DAW feature, it's a mindset. It turns your software into an instrument. It turns motion into emotion. And when done right, it becomes a new way of communicating. Next time you map something, ask yourself, what am I triggering? What's the result? Is it mapped with care? If the answer is yes, then your music and maybe even your life just became more expressive. So now you know that mapping turns clicks into feel and movement into emotion. Whether you're producing music or building relationships, the principle remains intention plus connection equal expression. I hope you joined this video, and I searched a lot to make this video. So the next video, hopefully we can meet from Arash and me.